Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, today I rise in support of concurrence on House Bill 453. Earlier this year, the House Republicans passed a budget. And here we are today, it's September 13th, and we have a plan to move Pennsylvania forward in a responsible way. I know some of my colleagues say that this plan is irresponsible, but I would say that this is the right thing to do. You know, when I was running for office, my father looked at me and he said, "Kate, make sure when you go to Harrisburg, you keep the constituents of your district in mind, and you make sure every single night when you return home from Harrisburg and you lay your head on that pillow, that you know that you did the right thing for the people who you represent." Mr. Speaker, I would say that this is responsible. I have listened to my constituents over the past 2.5 months. I have sat in the appropriations conference room right off of this floor with a group of my colleagues who got to work. We dug into over 218 of these special funds. We went on the Treasury's transparency portal. We pulled those numbers. We looked at those charts. And we determined, after a very, very long, thorough, and fair process, that there were a number of these funds sitting with excess, surplus dollars that were the people of Pennsylvania's dollars, taxpayer dollars. Mr. Speaker, I think about this in a very simple way. If you have money sitting in a savings account, do you use that money, or do you take your credit card and do you swipe and put that on your credit card with interest? No, you don't. You go in your savings account. You don't swipe that credit card. You don't go to the bank and borrow, because, Mr. Speaker, that costs more money in the long run. And Mr. Speaker, quite frankly, we don't have that credit card to get cash back. We're not getting cash back and we're not getting miles. When we take out that loan, when we kick that can down the road, you know who's going to be paying for that, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Speaker? My unborn child. Yes, many of you might not realize I am pregnant. There's a little bit of a bump here in the front. But as I stand here today, I think about my unborn child. Do I want to be saddling him or her with extra debt? Do I want to be taxing my constituents more when we have money sitting in these accounts? No, Mr. Speaker, I do not. The people of my district do not. This is a pathway forward that puts the people of Pennsylvania first, Mr. Speaker. Every single person in this room should be thinking about those constituents back home. That's what I do every single day. And today, Mr. Speaker, again, I rise in support of House Bill 453. This is the right thing to do. This is responsible. It's not the most perfect plan, but Mr. Speaker, one thing that I learned here on the first day after talking with some of my colleagues who have been here a long time is that nothing up here is perfect. But you know what? We've all given a little bit in this, and really at the end of the day, this is going to be a win for the people of Pennsylvania. I look forward to casting my yes vote, and I hope my colleagues will join me in that as well. Thank you.